Rob, first up, playing against Haupai again, another absolute nail biter, but this time probably because of what happened last week, the crowd was probably a bit more, and being in New Zealand as well, was a lot vocal. How was that in the dying stages of the game?
Oh, do you know, I didn't really find them bad. You know, it's good to encourage your own and get behind your own and get momentum. And I actually thought, you know, from last week to this week, Haupai was maybe a little bit slow last week. This week he was on it. You know, that's what he can do. And it's unfortunate maybe not to land the last leg when he's got the darts, and I personally thought I needed a 12, but look, credit to him. I thought he was brilliant the whole game. He done everything right, the plan went right, and then just sort of fell at that bit of last hurdle really, you know. Yeah, but fans, look, we get that all round all year, and you just got to just get on with it, and the best players in the world do, and that's how you make a living at this game, you know. I didn't think they were bad. I thought he was actually loyal, and I quite like loyalty in life.
Oh, that's good. I think lots of New Zealanders like to be loyal as well. Was there any I guess, not, I don't want to say pressure, because I don't think that's the right word, but what was the feeling when you saw his name, you were going to be playing against him after the big match you had last week?
I don't think it was really that. I suppose when the draw come out, and I thought to myself, first thing I think, because I want to win everything, and I'm a competitor, and I'm fiercely like that I want to win everything. I thought to myself, right, beat him better than 6-5, or beat him maybe 6-1, 6-2. And when I come out, and the way he started, and the way he was hitting doubles, you know, I got her at a 12, and my 12s weren't quite there today. I never hit one in the game, you know, out of 11 legs, quite poor for me, but at the same time, that pressure is on you when you haven't got that throw, and credit to him. He put me in that situation and just come up short at the end. But for me, you know, I'm going into the last leg, and I thought if I don't hit a 12 here, I'm out. You know, I'm going home.
Do you think it's part of that experience of yourself and being a former world champion and winning lots of titles that probably helps you in those situations?
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, I've been in situations which some people or most people haven't really been. I think you get used to it. I think you can actually sometimes enjoy it under that. You know, sometimes when you've got to take the gloves off and you just got to keep ploughing in it in big scores when you're getting punished. Just buying chances, really, you know. And for me doing that, you know, I've been through the mill like that, and I've done my learning, and sometimes I enjoy it. I have to admit, today I thought to myself, yeah, maybe not so much on the enjoyment side, because I didn't think the 12 was there. I was right, and just lucky for me, he never delivered, you know.
I don't hate using that word pressure again, but was there any what was the feeling coming into this tournament as the defending champion?
I really enjoy it. Look, anything you win on this tour now, you've really got to go some to win. The players are amazing, and I think it's the most open you've ever seen darts in years, really. You know, I think we had the domination of Taylor when I was a boy. I wasn't playing professionally, but used to watch it, and he used to win everything. And then I sort of caught the back end of Van Gerwen's dominance, and I think ever since then it's just got more open, you know. And the sport's in a great place like that, and it must be great for a spectator. I know if I wouldn't play professional darts and I was sitting at home looking at that, and I think myself, right, you've got 16 guys in the tournament, I've got to pick a guy, and you could probably pick loads, you know. So it's a lot open, it's more interesting, and yeah, like I said, I just believe it's sort of in a place where it's never been before, and it's a good watch. It really is.
In terms of like the local qualifiers, at the time of this, we still got one Kiwi who's currently playing, but none of them have got over the line. But where do you think that kind of standard is from the New Zealand players based on what you've seen?
I think, look, I think the ability is great. I think the big difference is what you've got to think, and then when we take darts around the world anyway, I think my opinion on all this stuff, you meet a lot of guys with the ability what can do great things. The difference is we do it week in, week out. Yeah. And when you're saying to a person, and put it on the other foot if you want, you know, I could go in and I play one professional tournament a year, and you say to me, right, I've got to shine in that moment. Damon had done it and beat me in the Brisbane final then, you know, a fair few years ago. It's very tough for him. Because it's now or never. You've got to wait another year to get another chance, and that's a lot of pressure on these guys and all, you know. So maybe getting on tour makes it a little bit easier because you're around the surroundings. It's an all-year tour. It don't really stop. It don't sleep, you know. And that would bring their ability out a lot more. But I think for what you've got here, with everything, I think they handled themselves amazingly, and they all need a pat on the back. And look, we do it every week, and they don't.
Do you think you have a bit more of an understanding of that though, considering your story in darts as well, and the fact that it actually wasn't that long ago, to be fair, that you were working a full-time job and playing darts a little bit, and now, of course, where you are now, but because it wasn't that long ago, you might think, I can actually understand how these guys are feeling.
Look, it's a tough balance. It really is. It's one of them things, like when you got to work and you work, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 days a week sometimes, you know, like I was here and there, and it's hard to put time in. What I used to try and do was try and practice 20 minutes. I know it sounds silly, but like you pick a dart up for 20 minutes, you put it down, and then you do all your family time or whatever time it was, get a bit of dinner, literally shower, and then back at work the next day. You know, that's tough. That's tough as a human being. That's tough to graft, let alone sort of trying to get that time where you can actually perfect your game or get your game better. So yeah, I can relate to it and still never forget it. You know, it was some of the best days of my life, but then on the other hand, I'll probably have the coolest job in the world now.
Just going back to the crowd as well, what did you make of that reception for Haupai? Because it was his first time playing in New Zealand, and of course, since the last time he was here, he's now a tour card holder, which is a massive thing, being the first Kiwi to actually achieve that.
Yeah, but I think it's fantastic, and you'll watch others now. The growth will only be, look, as soon as someone's successful and it starts to get to home, and you can see that, and he's been unfortunate the last 2 weeks against me, you know. I've managed to scrape a win, and on another day maybe that would have been different, you know. But I think for a country and everyone looking as a fan, and yeah, everyone can get involved in that, be inspired by that, and just keep moving forward, really, you know. And look, there's some quality players out here, and I wish them all the best. But yeah, I hope they come over and have another bash.
Awesome, Rob. Thanks so much for your time. Really appreciate it, and all the best. For your title defence.
Thank you very much. Cheers, mate.